paint. It's a story that my people used to tell on the sand. So we do the paintings on linen to pass down to our children and their children.
Barbara Weir is the niece of Emily Kamainware, Australia's most acclaimed female artist and the daughter of renowned Indigenous painter Minnie Pearl. Barbara's art is widely recognised and exhibited around the world, making her one of Australia's most important living artists. My name is John Neyman and I've had a lifelong passion for Indigenous art. One of the reasons why Indigenous art has always resonated with me is that every single piece tells a story. When I look at it, I feel an immediate connection. A couple of years ago, I was fortunate enough to learn about the art of Barbara Weir, and I couldn't believe that someone who started painting at such a late age could become such an accomplished artist. I decided to jump on a plane and go to Alice Springs with the hope of meeting Barbara. When I first met Barbara, our conversation centred on her art and her childhood.
I grew up everywhere. You know, we didn't stay in one place. We had no houses or cars in my time. I remember we used to walk everywhere. I walked with my grandparents, my aunts, my cousins, all over this country. I never found out when I was born, because I got 3 different dates. But I know I was born in 1940, sometime in September.
At the time of Barbara's birth, mixed-race relations were illegal in Australia. The consequences of getting caught was prison.
We're going to Anungirpa. That's my mother's country. We're going to meet the lady that saved my life. When I was born, my mother, she took off with fright and left me there. And then Auntie Molly found me early as the morning. She saw that I was white and she took off to the next station to my father's mother-in-law and she said, oh, I got a puppies. The mother died. Can you give me some milk? So she gave her carnation milk. And that's how Auntie Molly brought me up by dipping her finger in the carnation and put it in my mouth until I was able to drink out of billy can.
Today, we are visiting the woman who saved Barbara's life. Auntie Molly is an incredible Australian. She has spent her entire life, over 100 years, living a traditional lifestyle in the Gibson Desert.
That's Auntie Molly. She hid me in the scrub. Yeah, in the bush. Yeah. Because early days, you know, people were frightened to have part Aboriginal kids. Jack Weir, my father, came and saw me there, and then he said to Molly, take her out of sight. He didn't want white people to see me because he was legally married and he had 4 children. Yeah. She said she saved me before. Yeah. Because she reckoned they might kill me. Yeah, even when I got a little bit older, she looked after me and always hid me in the bush from old Jack Weir until I was big enough that nobody can do anything to me anymore. I never forget that. I look after this mob all the time.
How does she feel about white people, honestly? Is it okay if I ask that question?
I'm asking her. White people might more than go. Yes, see, she said, you're my good. Yeah. She don't have no business for white people. Yes, that's the woman that grew me up. I come here all the time to make sure she's all right.
Today, we make the journey to the remote homestead of Derry Downs, home of Jack Weir, Barbara's father. Harsh, desolate and remote, the path to Barbara's birthplace is overgrown with scrub and 500 kilometres from the nearest sealed road. Even for people who are used to remote places, Derry Downs is a long way from anywhere.
We're going to the old homestead, Derry Downs, that was owned by my father. This place was sheep and goats, I think. That's what the people tell me. I don't remember much. All I know that Auntie Molly told me that she brought me back to Derry Downs, and then my father used to give her food for me and clothing for me, you know. I had to be out of sight all the time because he didn't want his family to know that I was his daughter. I knew I was different. You know, the kids was racist to me because I was part Aboriginal. Always knew that my father was Jack Weir because of the kids, not grown-up people. Yeah, I probably would have loved to really meet him face to face, you know. But it's really sort of sad for me.